What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've actually recorded one of these types of videos, but yeah, we're back to talking about my own favorite games now. Today, we are going to be talking about Banjo-Tooie. That's right, everybody. I've been wanting to make a video on this game for quite some time. I did a video on Banjo-Kazooie almost 2 years ago, and my opinions of that game still applies. And now, we're going to be talking about the sequel, Banjo-Tooie. I've seen some interesting opinions on this sequel. Some say it's a good game, but not as good as the first game. Or if I've seen some like it even more than the original. What do I think of it? Time to find out. Alright, released on the Nintendo 64 in 2000, or 2001, depending on where you live. Banjo-Tooie, let's start off with might as well start with the plot of the game, shall we? After Gruntilda falls down the hole and you know, a boulder falls and stuff, Klungo finds a way to get Grunty out. In a skeleton form, I guess, because it's been years, I guess. Banjo, Bottles, Mumbo, and others are playing poker in Banjo's house until Mumbo finds out Grunty's up to her old tricks again after coming back out of the hole, and now it's up to Banjo-Kazooie to see what the heck is going on. Also, Bottles freaking dies. That's something, alright. So, yeah. Don't worry, we bring him back. But yeah, Banjo-Tooie has always got to be one of those games I feel like people either adore, or some people are indifferent with it. But we might as well go ahead and talk about the fun of this. So, the gameplay itself is still basically, well, you learn your own moves, assuming you've been a while since you play Kazooie, you know how to play. So, yeah. But along the way, you will get a bunch of new moves. And I'm going to say right now, first things first, as much as I love Banjo-Kazooie as one of my favorite platformers ever made, there is definitely some issues. And one of the issues is grabbing onto ledges. Well, behold, they actually introduced grab ledging in this game. So that's one improvement over Kazooie, and a bunch of other moves that you'll learn throughout the game and stuff. This game structures the same way. Get as many jiggies as you can. There's also other collectibles excuse me, a bunch of other collectibles you can get, Cheeto pages, which help you, you can have more eggs, you can have, more, feathers, I believe. There's, sort of, Cheeto codes like that. It's kind of interesting to introduce that. I believe in, the Xbox, I'm sure there's Xbox version, they have, different ways to do it, so that's pretty cool, honestly. So, yeah. Alright. So yeah, Banjo-Tooie is basically this. So one of the gimmicks I say with Banjo-Tooie is Mumbo actually helps you out most of the game. You know, most of the time he lets you transform into a certain thing to help you out on your journey. Well, he still does that, but he actually helps you by you control him in certain objectives actually, which is honestly really cool. He helps you you move him around. And then he helps you, get to certain places you wouldn't be able to get to. So, yeah. That's mentioning the worlds of this game. The Isle o' Hags being the hub world of the game. Of course, we have spiral maps to start you off with your basic learning the moves. But I really like... Okay, so here's one of the criticisms I'm going to talk about with Banjo-Tooie, is the world structure. Most people say a lot of the worlds are too big. Oh, I wonder where I've heard that argument before. But we're not here for Donkey Kong this time. So we have Mayhem Temple, which is a very good, starter world. Glitter Gulch Mine, which is, I really love the charming theme of it. I always love listening to this song. Anytime I hear a Banjo-Kazooie song, it just instantly comes in my head. If I hear this song, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this is from a Banjo game. It just happens all the time, honestly. We got Witchy World, which generally my favorite world in the game. Not a lot of platformers have carnival rides, worlds, or whatever. And mine's Donkey Country 2, but come on. There's not a lot of platformers that do this, and it's seriously one of the best worlds I ever played. Mine's a served objective, but we'll talk about that later. We got Jolly Roger's Lagoon. I'm not the biggest fan of water levels in Banjo, especially how bad it controls, but... this is one of the exceptions, because you can actually stay underwater you get the ability to stay underwater as much as you like without worrying about the air meter, so that's good. We got Pterodactyl Land, which is, it's okay, I guess. It's just something, it's kind of a whatever layout. Grunty Industries, yeah, not my favorite world. That's being the worst world in the game, basically. We have Hailfire Peaks, which is a fire and ice type world. I really love that concept, honestly. And last but not least, being Cloud Cuckoo Land, a fitting theme with a very, 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 very fair jig you need to get. Yeah, it's not freaking fun to do that, honestly. So yeah. So I've heard criticism about these worlds being too big, and I can kind of understand that you're going to be doing a lot, and I mean a lot of backtracking, basically. Basically, you need to, if a jig you can't get, well, you need to come back with a certain ability. And this isn't anything new in platformers. They do this often a lot, actually. But in this case, I can kind of understand the criticism of like going, oh, you're further, you have to wait like a few worlds so you can get this jiggy and stuff. And yeah, I can kind of understand that not being fun, in my opinion, honestly. It's really fair, honestly. So yeah, another criticism I'm gonna throw up there is another similar one to I know I said I wouldn't bring up Donkey Kong, but I'll bring up too many mini games to do. Okay, this is another criticism I can kind of understand. A lot of Jiggies have these somewhat little challenge mini games. I love the mini game theme, I will admit. I think it fits well in like Witchy World, that area. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's like the more there's like some I'd rather do, but some I'm not really the biggest fan of. So yeah, it's just not fun. I will say, yeah, just not a fan of it. There is some really cool transformations in this game, of course, like they did in Banjo-Tooie. You could be a freaking TNT, money, you can deliver money, I guess. You could be a dinosaur. Yeah. This game predicted Mario Odyssey, by the way. So yeah. Like I said, there's a lot to this game that really makes it feel like an ambitious sequel, actually, and that goes to the bosses too. I really love the theming with the boss fights, honestly. Some of them were difficult, I will admit, but I really liked playing some of the boss fights. So yeah. And yeah, the game, like a lot of the other stuff, like the gameplay and stuff, I can mention with like, I feel like I can mention a lot of that stuff with Banjo-Kazooie, like, you know, introducing the grenade eggs, Kazooie with the whole dragon ability. There's like a lot of new stuff that really try to make it feel like an ambitious sequel. Maybe a little too ambitious, per se. See, this is kind of where I wonder if I still prefer, I think I still slightly prefer Banjo-Kazooie over Tooie. I think Tooie does a lot of good things compared to Kazooie, like having ledge grabbing, having the ability to actually swim, and also staying underwater as much as you like. And a lot of some worlds are better than some of the worlds in Kazooie, but I just don't know if I replay it often, and it's just a backtracking. Like, make sure you have enough jiggies to get to the final boss. And yeah, after you beat the final boss, by the way, Grunty is done once again, and she'll remind you to see you in Banjo-3. Which Banjo-3 you're talking about? Because after Banjo-Tooie, the whole Microsoft buyout happened, and we had like 2 GBA games, which I'm sure they're fine. I'll probably make videos on them. And then there's Nuts and Bolts. Yeah, and then a few years later after that game, Banjo-Kazooie got in Super Smash Bros. And yeah, it was a big deal at the time, despite not doing much with them after that, unfortunately, aside from putting Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie on NSO where you can play them. But yeah, this is kind of the problem with Banjo. Like, I have so much love for them, but it's just the devs don't give a shit, honestly. Like, I don't know. There's just been these rumors and talk of a possible like Banjo comeback, but like I don't know how accurate they are, and that's assuming any dev out there would care about bringing back Banjo-Kazooie, honestly. That's kind of the major problem, honestly, and also like I don't know, the demand is there, but devs don't give a shit. So yeah, but weirder things have happened. They feel like they bring back any platformer series before Banjo. Like, sure, it's just I don't know. I just find that very, very funny. So yeah, but hopefully someday we'll see the return of Banjo again. You never know, honestly. If he's not in the next Smash Bros, then ooh, yeah. Anyway, all right. So, despite all that I talked about a little bit with Banjo-Tooie, I do think this is a worthy sequel in my opinion. You should definitely give it a try if you love Banjo-Kazooie. I can kind of understand why some wouldn't be a fan of it, but I totally understand why you would prefer this game over Kazooie. I think I still prefer Kazooie on the replay playthrough, but Tooie was still a great experience overall, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you played Banjo-Tooie, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.